I'm going to make a video on how a Federal Reserve banker or Federal Reserve economist sees a dollar compared to how a layperson sees a dollar. Now, the average man on the street looks at a dollar as this is a solid thing. This is something that I have gone to work and got. I can now go and buy something with this dollar. I can save this dollar and many others in a bank and save up for something and go and buy it. The layperson does sometimes think, particularly the leftist layperson, that the government can make more money. And in ways, they're right. It's not really the government. It's more the Federal Reserve Bank or the central bank in your country. Now, how does the Federal Reserve Bank, bankers, economists, people that are the organisation in general, see a dollar? Well, they see it very differently. I'm going to have to say it again. In 1971, during the Richard Nixon administration, the gold link with the dollar was broken, and it became the petrodollar. What basically happened is they signed a deal with OPEC that all oil trade with OPEC countries must be done in US dollars, and that effectively cemented the US dollar to be continued to be used, which helped hold it up as a fiat currency. Now, Federal Reserve bankers don't see the dollar as something solid. They have tried to make it and have successfully made it effectively like a commodity, where there may be a change in demand. They can somehow smooth out the bumps, because that's the idea behind it, that they can smooth out the bumps in business cycles, in economic jitters, and times where the stock exchange isn't going right, the currency exchange rate isn't going right, things like that. They can sort of smooth out the bumps, or let's put it like this, their idea is that they can smooth out the bumps by being able to control the supply. They can affect the demand of it, and the demand may be, a low or high or whatever, but what they can do is they can print more, and that will have an effect on the demand because they can increase the supply. And it seems that, you say, well, what about decrease it? Well, it seems that all the systems they're set up have been made to increase the supply. Everything is headed in the upwards direction. Everything is headed in the direction of increasing the supply. That's just the way they've got all the equations and formulas geared to just, always go higher up, which means if there was suddenly a deflation, all things would all go to hell. And if you ask them about deflation, and I'm sure Ron Paul has, and there's probably footage of him asking them about it, to them deflation is the end of the world. It's all hell breaking loose. And it's just the way that they've got everything geared to increase the supply, because that's one thing they can affect, is increasing the supply. So they've geared all the equations and all the, shall we say, financial mechanisms to be able to, to work around the theory that to fix things we just increase the supply. They do realise that they can't go crazy and increase it a lot. Well, let's just say some of them do, but other people, such as Obama and a few others who are a bit sort of economically naive in what makes an economy function, sort of have lost touch with the principle that you can't just flood the market with dollars until things fix up, because you effectively destroy people's savings and you destroy confidence in the currency. And this is the one thing that some of them don't sort of quite get, is that you can't fix all problems by flooding the place with a great supply of currency. You'll actually destroy things doing that. That just by changing a law or by changing an economic policy or doing something down at the Federal Reserve, you won't change confidence, the market's confidence, the public's confidence in that dollar. And this is the thing. This is, you know, what you get when you've been in government a bit too long, and you think that all you got to do is, you know, or you're of a naive mindset that believes that, like many political types do, that the only way that you know, and the be-all and end-all fix for anything is just another law or another decree or another something or other else done by the federal bank, the government, some other government functionary that is going to fix any problem you name. It doesn't work like that. Because you need the confidence of other people in foreign countries, you need the confidence of stock market investors, you need the confidence of the public to hold this currency up. And yeah, now inflation, I want to talk about that. Inflation, of course, is when they increase the supply. Now, you may have heard many lay people say, oh, the cost of living is going up. I'm sick to death of hearing that one here. I always hear that one here in Australia. But, you know, currently working in the manufacturing industry, and having seen a few things in other industries I've been in over the years, I can guarantee you, bona fide, mining practices improve, processing technologies improve, automation improves. Electronics has dramatically helped automation. And, you know, some of the things that are around now, do you know there are ultrasonic cameras that you can sort of, some sort of camera, I think there's I'm pretty certain it's ultrasonic, that you can set up and hook up to a 3D printer system. Now, there's a number of people who don't even know what a 3D printer is, but they are amazing technology. You can now sit an object on a desk, whack this printer in front of it, and it will copy that object exactly into your computer, and then you can reprint more out. It's like a damn photocopier. Technology has dramatically helped the cost of things. The real gold bar for gold bar, labour for labour, effort for effort, energy for energy effect, you know, those things, the exact, not dollar amounts, but the exact sort of effort amounts and that, things are easier to build now. And by rights, the cost of living should be going down because of the increase in speed caused by technology advances and improved techniques used in manufacturing and any other production-related industry, whether it being agriculture or whatever. So that's pretty naive sort of a view to say it's cost of living that's going up when the real cost of things should be going down, and realistically are going down, because this thing that makes things go dearer in the shop, and it also gives you a bit of leverage to get the union to get the company to up your wage a little bit, and get the government minimum wage and whatnot to go up, is inflation. And that has nothing to do with manufacturing or agriculture or any production-related industries. That's economics. So that's another little thing that shows, that's why the federal bankers see dollars as one thing and why they are really what the federal bankers see them as, not what the layperson believes they are.